Yes! Oh, okay. Well, not gonna load. Hey everyone, 40 the Broadway Saiyan here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, bringing you guys a video on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. In this video, we will be covering the next upcoming character event in Global DFFOO, featuring the debut of Final Fantasy Type 0's 8. Joining 8 as Synergy will be King, Quistis, and our current Lost Chapters character, Golbez. The topics we will be covering in this video are 8's full kit, King's level 70 Awakening and Rework, the featured banner, 8 and King's EX realizations, should you pull and invest, and the Chaos difficulty boss against a Cerberus enemy known as Blank Clack. Friendly reminder that every skill, passive, buff, and debuff I cover on these videos are assuming that you have every equipment passive unlocked, as I want to show these characters at their maximum potential. Lastly, I want to give a big shout out yet again to the Tonberry Troupe for the beautiful infographics on 8 and King that will be featured on this video. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into the 8 character event. Final Fantasy Type 0's 8 joins the Global Dissidia Opera Omnia roster as a melee physical damage dealer, focusing on increased damage at the cost of taking more damage and an evade and counter tactic with defense ignore. Assuming you have all his gear, 8 has access to 3 unique buffs. The first one is called Quick Bolt, which has an 8-turn duration, increases his own attack and max brave by 20%, increases his own speed by 30%, and changes his brave and HP attacks to their plus variants. His second unique buff is called Last Stand, which has a 7-turn duration, increases his own attack by 80% and max brave by 40% at the expense of increasing the amount of brave and HP damage he takes by 40%. His third unique buff is called Phantom Rush, which has a 2-turn duration and increases his own evasion rate by 100%. While Phantom Rush is active, 8 will counter the enemy with a single target brave plus single target HP attack that ignores defense. 8's most noteworthy passives are his C50 passive called Justice Driven Young Pugilist, which increases his own attack and max brave by 10% while Quick Bolt is active. His C54 passive increases his attack and speed by 20% while buffed. His C58 passive increases his own attack by 20% and max brave by 60% while buffed. And finally, his C68 passive permanently increases his attack and max brave by 20%. Before I cover his actual skills, I want to cover 2 of his unique actions. The first one is called Lightspeed Jab, and its plus variant coming from his HP attack command. In order to gain access to Lightspeed Jab, 8 needs to have both his Quick Bolt and Last Stand buffs active. Lightspeed Jab heals his own brave by 70% of his attack prior to the brave hits, and then deals a 2-hit non-elemental single target brave plus single target HP attack with a 240% brave damage potency, and inflicts an 80% defense reduction on the target for 2 turns when breaking or attacking a broken target with this command. Lightspeed Jab Plus is accessible when 8 uses his Brave Attack Plus command and either breaks or is already attacking a broken target with it. Lightspeed Jab Plus has the same properties as the base version, but this time extends any currently active buffs on 8 by 1 turn, and has no action delay, and does not add to the turn count. It does, however, decrease friend and summon turn count, and will revert back to the base version of Lightspeed Jab after usage. 8's second unique action is actually a counter. This counter is called Breaksight Blow, which is triggered when 8 evades an incoming attack while his Phantom Rush unique buff is active. Breaksight Blow is a 6-hit, non-elemental melee single-target brave plus single-target HP attack that ignores defense, has a 120% brave overflow, and a 180% brave damage potency. Moving on to his actual skills. His skill 1 is called Quick Bolt Stance, which heals his own Brave based on 100% of his attack stat, and then delivers a 2-hit non-elemental melee single target Brave plus single target HP attack with a 120% Brave overflow and a 240% Brave damage potency. It also grants him Quick Bolt for 8 turns. His skill 2 is called Indomitable Rush, which is a 5-hit non-elemental melee single target Brave plus single target HP attack with a 150% Brave overflow and a 500% Brave damage potency. It also grants 8 Last Stand for 7 turns. 8's C65 ability is called Brave Up Buff Long, which heals his own Brave by 100% of his attack, extends any currently active buffs on him by 2 turns, and increases his own max Brave by 20% for 3 turns. As you can see, 8 is all about massive single target damage with some very strong buffs to his attack and max Brave. Not to mention, his Lightspeed Jab option gives him some very good longevity for some of the longer fights in Chaos. Artifact passives for 8 that you would want are Attack plus 108 and Justice Driven Young Pugilist Boost 2 star. Upon the release of 8's event, King gets a much needed level 70 Awakening and rework to help him be more effective for the Chaos era. He gets access to his C65 ability called Brave Up Attack Up, which heals his own Brave by 100% of his attack and increases his own attack by 20% for 4 turns. His C68 passive permanently increases his initial Brave and attack by 20%. Moving on to his rework, his skill 1 Rapid Bullets and its plus variant both now grant King a 30% attack up for 5 turns. Rapid Bullets gets a 120% Brave overflow, while Rapid Bullets Plus gets an increased Brave hits to 4, increased Brave damage potency to 240%, and a 150% Brave overflow. His skill 2 Reload gains 2 additional skill usages, now heals all allies Brave by 100% of attack, and afterwards now deals a 2-hit non-elemental range single target Brave plus single target HP attack with a 180% Brave overflow. This also improves his Brave Attack Plus's Brave damage potency to 180%. These upgrades give King better damage and better longevity, especially with more uses on his reload skill. Ideal artifact passes for King would be Attack plus 108 and Max Brave plus 330. A brand new banner will be featured during 8's character event. The weapons featured on this banner are a rerun of both Quistis and King's 15 and 35 CP weapons, the debut of King's EX weapon, and the debut of all of 8's gear, including his EX weapon. Quistis at this point in the Chaos era is pretty much regulated as a friend unit just for the delay, so you generally will not be pulling for her gear on this banner unless maybe you're missing her 35 CP weapon. With both 8 and King's EX weapons debuting and having their realizations available, let's go ahead and go over what they do. 8's EX weapon, prior to its realization, equips him with the EX ability called Phantom Rush, which heals his own Brave by 150% of his attack, and then delivers a 4-hit non-elemental melee single target Brave plus single target HP attack with a 120% Brave overflow and a 320% Brave damage potency. It also grants him Phantom Rush unique buff for 2 turns. Upon its realization, 8's EX weapon gets the following upgrades. 0 out of 3 increases Phantom Rush's Brave overflow to 150% and its Brave damage potency to 360%. 1 out of 3 permanently increases his own attack by 60% and max Brave by 20%. 2 out of 3 allows 8 to start the quest with Quick Bolt for 8 turns and Phantom Rush for 2 turns. Finally, 3 out of 3 upgrades the EX ability Phantom Rush with increased Brave hits to 6, increased Brave overflow to 200%, and increased Brave damage potency to 600%, and also improves the counterattack Break Sight Blow, increasing its Brave hits to 8, increased Brave overflow to 150%, and increased Brave damage potency to 240%. The A-type sphere unlocked from this EX weapon is called Evasion Attack Short, which raises that character's attack by 20% for 3 turns after evading an attack. The next EX weapon we will cover is King's, which prior to its realization, equips him with the EX ability Endless Waltz.
I feel reflection 熱く夢を重ね
Endless Waltz, contrary to its name, does not summon Gundam Wing Zero, but rather delivers a 5-hit, non-elemental range, single target Brave plus single target HP attack executed twice with a 120% Brave overflow and a 450% Brave damage potency. It also grants King a brand new unique buff called Mana Few Words for 4 turns, which grants him a 20% attack increase, 40% max Brave increase, and a Brave regen based on 80% of initial Brave. It also has the additional effect when King breaks a target of having low to 0 action delay and a free turn. The free turn does not increase the turn count, but still decreases the friend summon count. Lastly, no free turn will be granted to King if he breaks another target during the free turn he is given. Upon realizing King's EX weapon, he gets the following upgrades. 0 out of 3 increases Endless Waltz's Brave overflow to 150% and its Brave damage potency to 600%. 1 out of 3 permanently increases King's attack by 20% and max Brave by 40%. 2 out of 3 allows King to start the quest with his unique buff Trigger Happy for 10 turns. Finally, 3 out of 3 adds an additional 10-hit non-elemental range, single target Brave plus single target HP attack after the initial attacks to Endless Waltz, increases the Brave overflow to 200%, and increases the Brave damage potency to a whopping 1200%. The A-type sphere unlocked from this EX weapon is called Break Attack Short, which raises that character's attack by 20% for 3 turns when breaking a target. With this knowledge on hand for both 8 and King's EX weapons, are they worth your hard-earned gems and tickets? To be honest, both offer some extremely powerful offensive effects to both characters. For 8 to really shine, you're going to want to invest in this weapon as he becomes an absolute force to be reckoned with his evade and counter. He is even known to solo some chaos stages because of this powerful effect, and not to mention this further extends his longevity. King, on the other hand, becomes extremely turn efficient and an insane range damage dealer with the high potency of his EX. Again, both are quite amazing, but the only issue with investing so much into this banner is the risk of not having enough resources for the upcoming second Global First character, which is Aranea. My personal advice is to start with the free multi, and if you score either one, then possibly save your resources unless you want to use more gems and tickets. If you do decide to use your resources past the free multi, I will say this banner is worth your tickets and perhaps a few multis. Our last topic on this video will be the Chaos difficulty boss fight against the Cerberus type enemy called Blank Clack. There will be only one boss present for this fight, with the boss having an elemental weakness to Holy and Dark and having the standard chase value of 40. It does have debuff immunities to Poison, Sap, Initial Brave Down, and Paralysis. The most dangerous ability you want to look out for is called Triple, where it allows itself to take 3 consecutive actions and Brave gain during every turn. It does, however, lower its speed, max Brave, and defense during the triple state. The boss can also delay your characters with Light Ray and has several other moves that recover it from break status. Obviously, both 8 and King, if you have them built, will be incredible for this fight with 8's evade and counter and King's free turns when breaking a target. If you decide not to take them, it's highly recommended to bring a strong tank to deal with a triple phase such as Warrior of Light or Bosch. Since the boss is by itself, you can opt for a delay strategy with Tifa, Ishtola, and Setzer, provided you have them built up. This concludes my video for the upcoming 8-character event on Global Opera Omnia. Hopefully it helps you guys prepare for this upcoming event. Thank you again for watching. This is 40 the Broadway Saiyan signing out. Mahal, everyone.